Alright guys, well, while I'm waiting for my water to boil, which won't take that long, I just wanted to say thanks again for stopping by. Out here for a one-night little adventure. Gonna spend the night in our car. Never done it before, figured it's easier than bringing the tent out and everything like that, just for one night, not worth the hassle. It's gonna get kind of chilly tonight. I have my little Nature Hike 3-in-1 stove and heater. And so we're going to have a nice little time. I'll tell you about my week, see how everything's going with you guys, if you'll leave me a comment. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm looking forward to hearing from all my subscribers and new subscribers. Please like, comment, tell me about yourselves. Let me know what you're up to. Whether you like to go hiking, camping, if you like to do both, if you'd like to do like long-term camping, if you're from overseas, you do like dispersed camping or wild camping. Let me know. And I'd like to talk to some of you guys about what your adventures are, because I'm relatively new at this. So it would be beneficial to me to hear what you guys like, and like to talk to some interesting people, and let me know where you're from. Yeah, that's boiling water, all right. Man, that petrol stove really boils water fast. Very impressive. All right, so I live about 40 minutes away from where I'm camping right now. And it's an easy drive. It's not far. I can just take the turnpike or a back road, make maybe 2 right-hand turns, and I'm here. And it's getting to the end part of October. And while there's not a whole lot of people around, there are people here at this state park. And I understand that, not a whole lot of people gives you the opportunity to roam around and everything like that, which is fine. But I started to pull into my spot here, my reserve spot, and there's a gentleman sitting at the picnic table here with his dog. And so I look at him, he looks at me, and I'm like, well, and he gets this I don't know, disgusted look on his face, or annoyed look on his face, I guess you could say. And he slowly gets up, and I back up, and he walks his dog very slowly and deliberately, and he's an older guy, older than me at least. And he walks his dog, and he just keeps on going past and takes his own sweet little time. It's like I'm inconveniencing him. Go figure. So it's just my little peculiar thing that I ran into already. I stayed here before in a walk-in site, different part of the state park. Still around the same campground area itself, but a little bit closer. Had a kind of an interesting week. Wasn't particularly eventful. It was busy. So one of the stories that my reporter and I did this week was 2 people that were crossing a street in Indiana County, the hometown of Jimmy Stewart. Indiana borough, to be precise. They were struck by a transit bus crossing a street. Guessing that, my guess, that the bus driver was trying to beat the red light and turn left on red. when the pedestrians had the right-of-way. And we were live out there, and tragic story. It's just very tragic that these people had lost their lives like this. And it was in like 2:30 in the afternoon, so it wasn't like it was nighttime where the bus driver possibly couldn't have seen them. It was kind of sad, but I set up my action cam on top of my lens hood of my news camera, and I shot about a little bit behind the scenes of what goes on, getting ready for a live shot and everything like that. And so I'll toss the video right now, and you can see kind of sort of what happens, a little behind the scenes video.
Well, Philadelphia Street is one of the busiest in Indiana County. It's one of the most traveled, and it sees hundreds of pedestrians a day.
Okay, so here, step over on this side, over here. Yeah, just because they're over there now.
Okay. What's up, Brian's YouTube? This isn't the connected mic. I don't know why I did that. I'll give you some poor dance moves over the next however long he puts this up for. So here's a little bit of piece of reporter insight for you. See this little thing, this little earbug in my ear? That's how I can hear the anchors and everyone who's talking to me on air. I don't even know if any of this audio is going to track, but I can hear them in here. But this is a cheap version that I bought in my first market years ago for like, I don't know, $5-10 at Walmart. And every time it touches any part of my ear, which is a lot, it goes bring, and I can't hear anybody anymore. So I hear bring, bring, bring a lot, and it's kind of annoying. Do you care about that? Probably not, but here we are. And so step outside and You're fine. Come on.
You can go by. It's okay.
We're not live.
That you know of. No.
Yeah, right.
Everybody gets their 15 minutes.
I don't want
There you go.
You'll give it to someone else.
I can do that. I can just pass to the next one.
That's right.
We did a six-topper, right?
Yeah. Remember, that was the one that we did the 5, and then which was.
And then we did a separate one, yes. I did a little performance for your camera. I don't even know if it picks up audio or not.
I'm sorry?
I don't know if your camera picks up audio or not, but I was talking to your fans.
My fans?
Yeah, your fans. If you're gonna
Oh, yeah, it's recording, so yeah.
Well, I didn't know if it picked up audio.
Oh, yeah. It's,
all right.
Yeah. I don't have fans, I have worshipers.
I have what the kids call a cult
Yeah.
following.
Kool-Aid parties on Saturday nights.
Jesus. 2 away, I think he said. 2, 1 away.
We have breaking news.
Oh, we do?
Probably the state budget story.
Well, Andrew, Philadelphia Street here in Indiana is one of the busiest streets in the county. It's very well traveled, and as a result, you see hundreds of pedestrians along it every day. And 2 of them were Christina Perez and Robert Maben. They were here at the corner of the road 7th in Philadelphia. They were taking that crosswalk yesterday. That's when the Indigo Public Transit bus took the left, struck and killed them.
Behind you.
You're kidding. Wow.
Right behind you.
Indiana Borough Police are now working with PennDOT and other parties on the early stages of this investigation because there have been a few deadly incidents on Philadelphia Street. In March, 2 other people were killed after being struck on 9th in Philadelphia. People that walk the crosswalks often continue to wonder if there are possible changes that could protect pedestrians and motorists going forward.
Okay, you take a step over just a little bit. There you go.
Now, Philadelphia Street is a state-maintained road, and I reached out to PennDOT for a response about what happened yesterday. You'll see that response coming up in my full report at 6 o'clock. Covering Indiana County in Indiana Borough tonight at the Oriole. It's folks, Action News 4.
Wait, this is Jimmy Stewart. Philadelphia.
Each other, we almost have to do this. For most of the people I'm talking to, you know?
This isn't that you know,
Right. Right.
sometimes that almost, you know, I'm thinking about situations where all of their attention is or nothing else, just right.
And that's exactly what pedestrians stay up, look every which way, even when you're walking across. Because he doesn't know if it's like a distracted thing. I will say, and I don't know anything about this, so maybe it's like, I looked at every court docket that was criminal docket that was established over the last day.
Wait, this is Jimmy
There were
Stewart.
six, I
South
counted,
Street, alongside,
six different
across
Fascinating stuff, huh? Yeah. And I was kidding when I said I don't have followers; I have worshipers. So yeah, I you know, and there's no Kool-Aid. No. Another story that we did was that three people were arrested after robbing a gas station in a town nearby. 14 months after the case happened, they were arrested via DNA. So we go to this gas station, and people naturally stop and ask, "Hey, what's the story? What are you guys doing?" And funnily enough, I said, "Oh, this place was robbed." And they said, "Oh, which time?" Yeah, it gives you an idea of the town that we were in. Not to cast aspersions on the town, but it has a higher crime rate than normal, or that you'd probably be used to. But yeah, these gentlemen came into the store, and two of them came in, and through DNA that they found the identities of these guys. And it turns out that one of them used to work at that gas station. So yeah, not the smartest of criminals there, but then again, if criminals actually put forth the effort to actually doing productive things instead of putting all this thought and time into plotting crimes, I think the world would probably be a better place, but that's just me on a soapbox. So I said in my last video that my wife was interviewing for a couple different jobs. And one of the jobs that she interviewed for is like 3 hours away from where we currently live. So it would involve relocating and everything like that. The pay would be outstanding for her. A big increase. And it would mean that I would probably have to move to go with her, because 3 hours is a long commute, and seeing each other on weekends for people that married, and seeing each other on weekends for people that have been married for 30 years isn't the most conducive to a marriage, but then again, a little break never hurt anybody, right? However, I would probably have to relocate. And in the area, there's not a whole lot of television stations around. So I would have to probably find something else to do in the realm of video or anything like that. Maybe if I get enough likes or hours watched, I could possibly get to do this full time. I could give it a go. I'm sure that you guys are throwing up at that idea because I'm not the most interesting man in the world.
He wouldn't be afraid to show his feminine side if he had one. His mother has a tattoo that reads, Son. At museums, he's allowed to touch the art. He is the most interesting man in the world.
You know, it would give me more time to work on this instead of having to rush and edit on weekends and do things overnight and everything like that. But I would really like to be able to do something on YouTube full time, and I think I could do this. If not, I could do some sort of video production. The only thing is I'm out near Penn State, and that would be close to an hour away from where we would be living. And it would be, if I could do something part-time, that would be fine. I don't think that, I think that the loss of the income that I'm currently making now, we could make by with what my wife makes, and if I went part-time, it'd be nice if I could find some full-time work in video, in news, but, you know, that sort of thing is kind of rare. It's a specialized little niche, and nowadays reporters are expected, especially in smaller markets like where I would be going to, expected to do everything. They call them multimedia journalists. So they're shooting their own stories, they're editing their own stories, they're writing their own stories, which is what a reporter usually does to begin with. But then they front it and they do all the work and possibly even do their own live shots. And it's really taken a hit on dinosaurs like me who do what they do, specialized in videography and editing and everything like that. So that would be kind of a little bit of a hardship, but we'd figure something out, I'm sure. But my wife really wants that job. So if you could give some prayers and cross your fingers, that'd be pretty nice to, to get, because I know she'd be good at it, and it would be helpful to us and her. We downsize, of course. Right now we're in a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Now we just go down to a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, even 1 bathroom. We could make it work. And my son, who lives with us, he has a place that he could move into with his boss. His boss has a guest house, and he would be able to come and go as he pleased and everything like that. So hopefully the stars align and we can get this done. Hopefully by the time that you see this video, she will have gotten word, and we will have talked it over and decided on moving or staying put. Yeah, it's going to be might be a little adjustment because I really love my job where I'm at, and I've been there 10 years, and I'm comfortable and I'm happy, and I enjoy the place where I work. I enjoy the people that I work with, and I've gotten to know the community where I live really well. I know a lot of people, and I appreciate everybody around us. And it'd be difficult to move, but I would really do it if it is for the benefit of my wife. We'd make it work, I think. We'd make it work. So right now I'm gonna get my air mattress set up in the car so I can get an early start on the evening. It's gonna be dark in about another hour or so. So, with me tonight for dinner, I was going to cook. And then I thought, nah, I just want an early evening. I'm going to just relax. And I'm going to have an MRE. And I don't know which to take. Do I want the beef goulash MRE? Or do I want the Italian sausage with peppers and onions in marinara? I think I'm going to have the peppers and onions with Italian sausage. That just sounds so much better. So while I crack this open, let me know what your go-to meal is when you go camping. What do you like to take? This was a spur-of-the-moment thing. I was going to make pulled pork and rice, and it just turned into, screw it. I'll just make the MRE. You guys let me know what you like to make for your camping meals. Leave a comment, and let me know if you've had this Italian sausage and peppers with onions and marinara sauce MRE before. It sounds pretty dang good. So I have my dinner in this flameless ration heater, and it's not getting very warm. Yeah, I may have to throw it in some boiling water for a little bit. I didn't overfill it. I didn't underfill it. It just isn't getting very hot. What else can I talk to you about? My week started off kind of with an interesting story. Recently I told you, and I've talked about the story that I've covered where a gentleman had allegedly put a pipe bomb under his landlord's lawn tractor. And the bomb exploded underneath the tractor, injuring the landlord. Wasn't very severe, but still, it was an attempted homicide, allegedly, right? And then it came out that this gentleman had also tried to plant, allegedly, a pipe bomb under his uncle/father's pickup truck. And that the truck was actually a loaner, and that the truck went back to the dealership, and two other families drove the vehicle, not knowing that there was a pipe bomb on the car, and that the pipe bomb had actually fallen off at one of the turnpike interchanges here. And that could have been disastrous. So the gentleman accused has been charged with close to, I think, 39 counts of endangering welfare. Other charges, maybe, I believe, attempted homicide. Don't quote me, but I think maybe. He was in court on Monday, and he started to read a manifesto, or he had a statement, and accused his uncle and his father of killing his grandfather, burying his will, stealing his inheritance, and almost everything under the sun. This is such an interesting continuing story and continuing saga, actually. It's always an adventure to find out what this guy is going to say next. He's from what I understand, very intelligent, but he's just a little bit on the unhinged side, possibly. But so, every time we go out, it's a little bit of an adventure to hear what he has to say. And I'm sure that by this time next week, when you're seeing this, I'm sure he will have made another appearance in court, and we'll find out what he had to say then. But that is such an interesting story that he's accusing his father and his uncle of stealing his inheritance. It's just unhinged behavior. But what are you gonna do? People are strange, like the Doors said. Oh, well, I actually have this warmed up. It actually feels really good. I have the actual flameless ration heater. Now that it's warming up a little bit. Oh, I just got that gunk all over me now too. Crap. If you can see that, but that looks really good. That isn't bad. For being an MRE. That meal was pretty darn good. And I still have stuff left. I still have the cranberries and the shrill mix. I think that's going to be a good little snack tonight. But I'm going to sit here by the fire. And I'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay? I am in my wife's Volvo XC90, and I'm going to see if my 6'3" frame will actually fit inside of it. Right now, I do have the back closed. I'm sure you can hear that. I'm sure I will fit in here very nicely, though. I do have the heater here. I do have the windows cracked, so I do have active lights here inside, so I don't have to deal with this big light. And I also have a little light right here too, so I think I'm probably going to use that one. I'm going to watch some of the Penguins game, get under the quilt here, and going to have a little bit of a little snack of the sliced cranberries. So I will come back to you guys in a little bit. Okay, hang in there. Well, it is 10, almost 10:30 in the evening. I watched the Penguins lose in a shootout. I caught up on some YouTube. But I have to tell you, for being in the back of a XC90 Volvo, my head's touching, okay? But I have enough length, because I'm 6'3". I have plenty of room. I'm comfortable with my little space heater here. It is incredible. It's keeping me nice and warm, comfortable. I have the windows cracked on both sides, so I'm getting some ventilation. I don't want to die. I can't even begin to tell you how amazed I am at how much room I have in this car. I'm probably gonna head off to bed here in a little bit. I'm getting tired. It was a long day. Yeah, for a little car camping adventure, I got a late start again. But that's the thing about going to a PA state park. You usually can't check in until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I had to make a side trip. I forgot some heating, some butane. So I had to run to a Walmart and get some butane canisters. Because I brought the stove, I didn't have the canisters. But all's well, having fun. It's about 37 degrees outside right now. I'm going to say goodnight for now. I will talk to you all in the morning, make some coffee, clean up, head on back home. Nothing really remarkable about my camping tonight. My camping is never really remarkable. I just wish I had more time to do it. And like I said, who knows, I might be able to go full time with this if things work out okay. But I wanted to thank you guys for watching, for showing up, for liking, subscribing. It would be much appreciated if you could leave a comment, tell your friends, and I'd like to build this channel up just a little bit more if I could. So anyways, you guys have a good night, and I will see you in the morning. Well, good morning, everybody. It is 7:55, almost 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning here, and I slept like crap. I just wasn't comfortable. I could have used a little bit more padding. I wasn't cold. I just was restless. I woke up like 3 times to pee. It could have been the 2 or 3 actual cups of coffee that I made in the evening that made me have to pee. Nah, that couldn't have been it. I was shocked at how much room I had. You know, there's an old joke that said, what's more difficult than getting a pregnant elephant into a Volkswagen? Well, it's getting an elephant pregnant in a Volkswagen. I would have thought it would have been very difficult for me to be in a spot like this in the backs of in the cargo area of a Volvo XC90, because I'm 6'3". I'm not the tiniest person, but I fit just fine, had enough leg room. I had enough room. I could have even moved the seats forward a little bit, giving me a little bit more space, but I wanted that little headboard kind of feeling with the front seat. My butane just ran out in this can. I went through one already, threw a second one on around, I don't know, 2:30 in the morning, and that lasted just until about now. Really impressed with this. I've said it before, but it's a really really good little heating stove. I'm gonna make one more cup of coffee if I can find my coffee. I don't think I have it with me. Oh no, I have it. I have coffee here. I'm gonna heat up a little bit of water for coffee and get on about the day cleaning up here and getting out. It's not that far. I do have one complaint though. I bought these window shades, and I'll show you them here. Yeah, they fit really well, don't they? Look at that. It's a perfect fit. It didn't come with the ones for here or here. It's supposed to come for one with the sunroof also, but that didn't happen. I have for the middle windows these semi shades, but they're for putting windows down to get ventilation in. So they worked okay, but those window shades are going back. I mean, there's no question for that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, this kept me warm all last night. This is a great little heater. Nature Hike, you make a really good product. I wouldn't tell you if it wasn't good. If you plan on getting anything for like a small little solution for a small little space, as long as you have a lot of ventilation, this is the thing to have. I would highly recommend this Nature Hike 3-in-1 heating stove.
Gene on. Now we just turn on noise cancellation set to the low settings.
Well, it smells like coffee. Freeze-dried as it is. You can see those window shades are really blocking that sunshine. Woo! I'm so glad I got them. Not. So, well, here's to you guys. Cheers. I'm gonna have this wonderful cup of coffee. Here we go. Yep, it's like making love in a canoe. It's fucking close to water. Ugh. Anyways, I'm gonna get that in my system and I'm gonna start cleaning up here. I don't have a whole lot to tear down, so I'll just end this video here. Once again, thank you for joining me. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. I promise I'm gonna try and do better. I promise I'm gonna have more content out in the next few weeks. And hopefully my wife is able to get this job and I'll be able to do this on a more full-time basis. In the near future, I would really like to be able to do this full-time, dedicate to reviews, dedicate to like 2 or 3 day camp trips, and do, you know, what I'd really like to be doing is doing things, get a little bit more involved and not rush so much. So please, once again, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you have, tell your friends. Like the video down below. It should be short. And once again, thank you again for everybody for showing up. Cheers. And like I always say, stay off the news. Bye for now.